just going to give you a brief overview about my services. So if you guys look at the table here, do you know what they are? So it's all about structure. So I just tell you a little story about my client. So we constantly get the new clients, and one client came up to me and said, he said, I bought an investment property a while ago, and my previous accountant told me to put the property under the company structure. Do you think it's a good idea or bad idea? Yeah, so this person accumulated $500,000 capital gain, basically under the company structure, and he bought the property a while ago. Now he wants to sell. And I said, where's your previous accountant? So it's not such a good idea, I said to him. And he said, why? And I said to him, look, because you put the property under company, structure, you don't get the 50% capital gain discount. And he said, how do I supposed to know that? But this advice costs you more than $100,000 in tax dollars. And so, yeah, and I told him, look, you come to us, and obviously what already happened is too late, but we can basically, help you to structure your future investment property, under the correct structure. So that's what I told him. So if you look at this table, so it's basically giving you the advantage and disadvantages of, of buying property under a different structure. And don't worry, I'm not going to go through all this, today. You can, if you want a free slide, I can, send it to you. Sorry, the second slides. Yeah, that's one, that one. So let me ask you this question. Would you prefer an accountant who basically just give you a diagram without explaining it properly and ask you to figure it out yourself? Or you would like an accountant that can speak to you in an easy to understand language and explain the previous table to you in less than 30 minutes? And most importantly, how the table can benefit you. So in the previous table, there's no right or wrong answer. It also depends on your situation. And that's where we come into play. We tell you what structure is right for you. So good accountants should be helping you with the below, and this is where we fit into the picture. So we minimize tax as much as possible, of course legally. And we always be on your side. How many of you, met an accountant who tell you what cannot be done rather than what can be done? We always tell you what can be done legally, and also what you can do now, and also what you can do in the future. We also reduce stress and save time because we take care of everything for you. We got a client, with a net worth of, $20 million, and he doesn't even want to look at paperwork. I have to explain to him over the phone of what it is. That's how time poor they are. So we also assist you from start to finish with everything, not just with income tax return, but also with many other services as well. So in addition to usual preparation, tax return, and financial statement, Lee and Associates could also help you with the following services. So the most important thing is to set up the correct tax structure for your property investment. If you buy property under the wrong structure, that will affect you for many, many, many years. So this is why, before you buy property, you come and see me, and and I'll figure out the right structure for you. Second one is a wealth creation strategies. So this is Tyson, my in-house financial planner. So Lee Associates and Tyson work together to basically provide a tailored financial planning solution to our clients. What we do is we make the most of your situation using your current resources, and also position yourself for success in the future. We also provide the self-managed super fund services, from establishment all the way to compliance and handling all the paperwork. And we can set up a super fund cheaply. A lot of accountants charge between $2,000 to $5,000 to set up a super fund. We can set up, super fund at the lower cost. We also keeping you up to date with the tax changes. You probably know about the labor government proposed changes in 2020. They're gonna remove the negative gearing. And you know what will happen to the property market if that comes. And that will cause a lot of headache to me as well, because majority of our clients are property investors. And what also important about these tax changes will tell you how to take advantage of these tax changes. Because knowledge itself is useless. We need a practical knowledge, something that we can apply to improve our situation. That's what I call a useful knowledge. I'm also personally a mortgage broker. I'm flying to Sydney for training, for professional development, and I can also help you with all type of finance as well. And we also do inbound investor service from start to finish. So we have clients from Beijing all the way to Dubai. Basically, all these clients are wealthy investor. They reside overseas, but they have property in Australia, and we basically take care of everything from start to finish, from application of tax file number all the way to dealing with external party, keeping up to date with the taxation obligation. So for us to help you, the process is really easy. All you need to do is just book an hour free initial consultation at my office, or we have a cup of coffee, it's my treat. And we walk you through a detailed step from start to finish. So this is not really a self-promotion, but you can Google about what our client says, in Google. We have 94 5-star positive review and only 1-star negative feedback. And you know why 1-star negative feedback? Because that client was waiting for me for 20 minutes because I was too busy at that time, and he said, "You're wasting my time." And I said, "Yes, I'm sorry," because she only wanted to see me. She doesn't want to see my stuff. So again, why choose Lee & Associates? We have a large accounting firm technical expertise. I was a manager myself at the top tier accounting firm in Brisbane. I used to work with a lot of clients whose net income between $1 million to $20 million in my previous firm. We're not a typical accountant. We are business owner and sophisticated investor. We work really hard for you. We don't work for taxation office. So our rate is very fixed and competitive. When you come to us, our fee is very affordable for the level of service that we provide. We do not charge for general phone call or meeting. Client can just call me and say, "Hey Lee, I want to have a cup of coffee, and pick up your brain." I said, "Fine," and we just go for a cup of coffee. It's that easy to meet me. We are one-stop shop. We take care of accounting, tax, mortgage broking, and financial planning under one office. So when you come to us, we cover everything for you. It's very convenient. We also very fast. We respond to email and phone call. We work 7 days a week and after business hours, including today. So no job is too small and no job is too big for us. Even a small tax return, or if you earn $20 million a year, you can come to me and I'll take care of everything for you. If you have any general tax question, you can always contact me at the 0422351906 or leeandassociates.com.au. Again, we do not charge for general questions, not only for today, but also in the future. You can always throw me any questions you want. All right, so I'll pass on this talk to Tyson, and he will give you a brief overview about financial planning.
All right. That's making me blush. I haven't actually prepared anything. I got asked to give a speech about 3 minutes ago, so I'm just going to wing it. I hope everyone's okay with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm Tyson Jonas. I'm the director of Jonas Wealth Management, and financial planning is a very simple thing at the end of the day. What we do is we find out who you are, where you want to be, the level of risk you're willing to take, and then the main thing is to make sure that you will achieve financial freedom in the future. Now, I could sit here and I could talk to you for 2 hours onto my approach to investing, what I look for, what I don't look for. Big thing I would not be buying right now if I was anyone would be the lift, if anyone saw the IPO last night. When you invest, the big thing you're looking for is the future cash flows of your investment. Now, what that means is it doesn't matter whether you're buying a stock, a property, a government bond, put some money in a term deposit. At the end of the day, you're investing to receive that cash flow back in your pocket with the goal of being, after taxes and inflation, you have more than what you started with. Now, my big thing is for all clients is to look to really work out what your downside is and how we can minimize that. Now, I'm sure everyone's seen friends on Facebook or something like that who boast very openly about when they achieve financial success. I'm sure someone's got a friend who's bought a penny stock for 10 cents and it's gone up to $2 or whatever, and they think they're the greatest investor since Warren Buffett. Now, at the end of the day, all investment carries risk. Now, I'm a pretty simple guy, so I try and keep things fairly simple. And the basic math of this sort of situation is, if you lose 10% of your capital, you need to return 11% to break even. If you lose 20%, you then have to return 25% to get back to where you were. the end of the day, the number one goal you should have is look to minimise your potential losses, so that way you can make the upside and build your wealth over the long term. You know, now, in our current global environment, we've got, particularly locally, we've got cash rates where you're losing out to inflation and taxes, right? We've got property where if you look at a national level, we're talking, you know, Sydney, Melbourne, I wouldn't be investing there myself right now. You know, different areas, different results is what we'll be looking at there. But at the end of the day, you need to be investing with a long